Picture this. Octopuses have 3 hearts, that's right, 3. Now if that caught your attention, buckle up, because we're about to embark on a journey of discovery, unveiling the top 10 most shocking facts from the corners of our world. We'll be descending into the depths of the oceans, scaling the highest peaks, and even venturing into the farthest reaches of the cosmos. Each fact more astounding than the last. Ready to have your mind blown? Let's dive into fact number 10. Starting off at number 10, we're taking you to the heights of Mount Everest. Often hailed as the highest point on Earth, Everest's peak reaches a staggering 29,031 feet above sea level. Quite impressive, right? But here's a mind-boggling twist. Due to the Earth's oblate spheroid shape, that's a fancy way of saying it's not a perfect sphere but slightly squashed at the poles and bulging at the equator, Everest is not actually the highest point on Earth. Yes, you heard that right. The crown goes to a lesser-known peak, Chimborazo, located in the heart of Ecuador. While its peak is only 20,563 feet above sea level, its summit is the furthest point on Earth's surface from Earth's center. So, Everest climbers, you've been dethroned. The real highest point on Earth is a bit closer to the sun than you thought. At number 9, we're looking at the sky, but not for what you might think. Rainbows are a spectacular sight, aren't they? But did you know that not all rainbows are visible to the naked eye? That's right, some rainbows are invisible, and they are known as moonbows. Moonbows are a fascinating phenomenon. They are essentially rainbows that occur at night, formed by the reflection, refraction, and dispersion of light, usually the moon's light. But here's the catch. Because the light from the moon is much dimmer than sunlight, moonbows are faint and often lack the vibrant colors we associate with daytime rainbows. Instead, they usually appear to be white or colorless to the human eye, making them harder to spot. So, while moonbows may not offer the colorful spectacle of a daytime rainbow, they bring their own ethereal charm to the night sky. Next time you're out at night, remember to look up. You might just spot a moonbow. Number 8 takes us to the deepest parts of the ocean. It's a world filled with mystery and intrigue, where sunlight cannot reach and pressure can crush a submarine like a soda can. You'd think we'd have uncovered all its secrets by now, right? But here's a mind-boggling fact for you. We actually know more about the surface of Mars than we do about the floor of our very own oceans. Isn't that astonishing? Despite all our advanced technology and countless explorations, the ocean depths remain largely uncharted. The vastness of them is so immense that we've only managed to explore about 5%. Imagine that, 5% of the world beneath the waves, leaving 95% of the ocean floor a mystery to us. It's a realm teeming with unexplored territories, unseen creatures, and untold stories. The ocean depths, a world more alien to us than the red planet itself. Makes you wonder what's really lurking beneath the waves, doesn't it? Coming in at number 7, we're turning the spotlight on ourselves. The human body, a marvel of biological engineering, is a powerhouse of heat production. It's a living, breathing furnace constantly burning fuel to keep us alive and warm. Our bodies are so efficient in this process that in just 30 minutes we generate enough heat to boil a half gallon of water. Picture that. Our metabolic processes, the chemical reactions that occur within us, produce this heat as a byproduct. It's like having a small internal sun, radiating warmth from within. This heat production is essential to our survival, maintaining our body temperature around a steady 98.6 degrees Fahrenheit. So next time you're feeling the chill, remember you're a walking heater. Your body's working round the clock, turning food into energy, and that energy into warmth. It's one of the many ways our bodies are truly extraordinary. Who knew we were walking heaters? Number 6 brings us to the fascinating world of the animal kingdom. Now, when we think about life and its inevitable end, it's hard to imagine anything that doesn't follow this universal rule. Yet, there exists a creature that defies this very notion. The Turritopsis dohrnii, a species of jellyfish that has quite the party trick up its sleeve. This tiny, transparent creature holds the title as the only known animal that can revert its cells back to their earliest form and grow anew, effectively rendering it biologically immortal. After reaching adulthood, this jellyfish can transform its cells back to a juvenile state, starting its life cycle anew. It's like a real-world Benjamin Button story, but without the complications of human life. This isn't to say that the Turritopsis dohrnii is invincible though. They can still fall prey to diseases and predators. But when it comes to the effects of aging, they've got that one beat. Immortality, it seems, isn't just for vampires. At number 5, we're venturing out into the cosmos. Picture this, our Milky Way galaxy, a swirling disk of stars, dust, and mystery, is home to far more than just our pale blue dot. Astronomers estimate that within this cosmic whirlpool, there could be as many as 40 billion Earth-sized planets, each one orbiting in the habitable zones of sun-like stars and red dwarf stars. Just imagine, 40 billion worlds that could potentially support life as we know it. That's more than 5 Earth-sized planets for every human currently alive. Think about the endless possibilities, the myriad of cosmic stories waiting to be told on these distant worlds. Breathtaking, isn't it? But it's also rather humbling. In the grand scheme of the universe, our world is but a tiny speck in an inconceivably vast cosmic ocean. Makes you feel a bit small, doesn't it? Number 4 takes us to the world of plants. Now, when we think of plants, we often imagine silent, stationary beings that simply grow, bloom, and wilt. But did you know that some plants have social lives as complex as ours? Believe it or not, certain plants can actually recognize their siblings. You heard right, plants have siblings. And it gets even more fascinating. Not only can they identify their kin, but they also give them preferential treatment. This behavior is observed in plants like the sea rocket, a dainty coastal plant. When these plants grow next to their siblings, they tend to be less competitive, allocating fewer resources to root growth. In contrast, when they grow next to unrelated plants, they ramp up their root growth in a bid to outcompete their neighbors for resources. So in a way, these plants exhibit a sense of family loyalty, a trait we often attribute only to animals and humans. Who knew plants could be so human? Number 3 takes us into the world too small for our eyes to see. We're diving into the microscopic realm, a universe that resides within our very mouths. Yes, you heard that right. Our mouths, a bustling metropolis teeming with inhabitants that outnumber the world's population. These residents are none other than bacteria. Now before you cringe, let's consider this. The human mouth is home to an estimated 100 billion bacteria. That's more than 10 times the number of people living on Earth. This impressive crowd of microorganisms coexist with us, playing a crucial role in our health and well-being. They're involved in everything from digestion to immunity. But like any city, it's not all harmony. Some bacteria are miscreants causing tooth decay and gum disease. So, the next time you reach for your toothbrush, remember you're not just maintaining a smile, you're managing a city of microscopic citizens. Suddenly, brushing your teeth seems a lot more important, doesn't it? Number 2 brings us to our own creations, the world of technology. It's a realm where we've seen exponential growth and change, but here's a fact that might just blow your mind. In the last 2 years, we've generated almost 90% of the world's data. Yes, you heard that right, nearly 90%. Now let's put that into perspective. Consider all the books ever written, all the songs ever sung, all the movies ever made, all the conversations ever had, and all the thoughts ever thought. Now imagine that's just a mere 10%. The remaining 90%? That's the data we've produced in just 2 years. From social media posts, digital photos, to business transactions, every single click, swipe, or tap contributes to this overwhelming data deluge. It's a testament to the power of our technological prowess, and a reminder of the digital footprint we leave behind. Talk about information overload. And finally at number 1, we have the most shocking fact of all. Brace yourselves as we venture into the peculiar realm of space-time. Picture the planet Venus, second from the sun, known for its brilliant shine. Now, here's the mind-boggling part. A day on Venus, a full rotation on its axis, is longer than a Venusian year. Its complete orbit around the sun. Yes, you heard it right. A day lasts longer than a year. Time, as it turns out, is a very strange thing indeed. Now that we've taken you on a whirlwind tour of the world's most shocking facts, let's recap our top 3. We started with the startling revelation that you have more bacteria in your mouth than there are people in the world. That's right, your tiny oral ecosystem is teeming with a population larger than the entire human race. Next, we delved into the digital realm and discovered that a staggering 90% of the world's data has been generated in just the last 2 years. This rapid growth in data underscores the exponential pace of our technological progress. And finally, we journeyed beyond our Earth to Venus, where we learned that a day on this neighboring planet is actually longer than a Venusian year. It's a mind-boggling fact that truly highlights the diversity and complexity of our universe. Remember, the world is full of wonders. Never stop exploring, never stop learning. Until next time.